Hello and welcome to another edition of the Screensavers. I'm Patrick Norton.
And I'm Martin Sargent. Thanks very, very much for joining us today. How was your weekend, man?
Drove, just driving like a mad fool, moving people back from Portland, killing Athlon ships. It was a beautiful weekend.
See, this is why you should never buy a pickup truck, because when you buy a pickup truck, you are at everyone's charge to help them move every weekend out of the month.
It was
Don't
even
do
better.
it.
No pickup. It was a U-Haul with
Oh, you didn't even use your truck?
110,000 miles on it. It was insane. The truck almost fell apart on the ride home.
Well, I hope you didn't break that as you did the Athlon.
No. The U-Haul, despite the slipping transmission and the really interesting noise the engine made the entire way, 800 miles, no problem.
There you have it, folks.
There you have it.
Hey, if you've been watching the show over the past week or so, you're well aware that we try to keep you, the viewer, abreast of the latest technology headlines. And our viewers have been really good about helping us by sending stories in that they think we should keep an eye on throughout the week, and Patrick happens to have one on cue.
So they tell me, folks. You know what? They tell us the government's mind is still on the continuing global warming trend. They're hot on this one. Scientists have been studying the buildup of what they call greenhouse gases and the resulting climate changes, well, for years now. And recently, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change announced that we could slow this warming by decreasing the amount of waste gases released into the atmosphere.
Yeah, that's really breaking news. Researchers have also announced that mayonnaise may be fattening. Come on, people. Hey, for those of you who haven't been keeping up with the decline of the technology boom, it's now official. The dot-com gold rush is finally over. In fact, so many people are actually leaving San Francisco and Silicon Valley that insiders are joking that B2C no longer means business to consumer. It now means back to Cleveland.
Well, at least you can see the Browns games at home. So anyhow, the dot-com gold rush may be over, but experts are still waiting on the practice of making witty little lettered clips like B to C to finally come to an end.
And finally, in the chat room, we're asking you, do you own your own email?
What?
In Australia. Did you read about this? In Australia, the Australian government has made a new law that makes it illegal to forward email without the original sender's permission. Punishable by up to 5 years in jail and a $60,000 fine. That's stupid.
Oh, actually, I think the Justice Department in Australia already may have shot that one down.
No, according to the news thing I read, it's law.
Really?
It's now law.
How frightening is that?
Yeah, I don't know what news source I was reading this in. It was probably TechTV. No. But,
well.
But yeah, no, serious. Think about that, though. If you were forwarded to me,
CNN. Somebody said CNN in my ear.
It wasn't CNN. Maybe it was CNN, but it was widely reported. But just imagine the ramifications of this. You send me an email, and I want to make fun of you because it's a silly email, so I send it on to some friends of mine. You could come back on me because, according to this law, you have the copyright on that email. Really, what this is copyright infringement. I say it's a bunch of malarkey.
I find it complicated and difficult to believe myself.
You know what
this bears further investigation.
What inspired this, I think, was, remember that whole thing that happened in England where the guy's girlfriend had sent him this sort of saucy letter about, you know, his whatever. But he forwarded it to all of his friends, and the thing went all the way around the world at that point. Embarrassing the girl. Quite a major extent.
At this point, I think if you write forget it. Let's go on to the first caller. Go to the screensavers.com, vote in the poll, tell us what you think. Folks, Elizabeth joins us on the TechTV Netcam network from St. Louis Park, Minnesota. How you doing, Elizabeth?
Hey, Patrick. Hey, Martin.
Hey, Elizabeth.
I love you guys.
We love you too, Elizabeth. Woohoo!
I have a question.
We got to get Martin simpering on air. This is good.
I want to get into digital video editing. I have a 600 megahertz, 20 gigabyte, 128 memory. It's a gateway. And I want to know if I should upgrade this PC or buy a new one.
Well, that's a pretty smoking rig you got there, Elizabeth. Yeah. I think depending on the type of video editing you're going to be doing, you're going to be set to go with that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a FireWire card or anything like that.
Okay, now that's important. If you want to do real digital video editing, you are going to need a way to pour that FireWire content into your computer. You can get a FireWire card.
It begs the question, do you even own a FireWire camera?
No, but I will be buying one.
Okay.
Then that's a good time to buy a FireWire card if you can get one bundled with a FireWire camera.
Right, you don't need to buy a whole new computer system to get FireWire these days.
No, unless you really like to spend money, you've got a great starter system for digital video editing right now.
I have money burning a hole in my pocket.
How much? I mean, thousands?
Remember the person who wrote last week who got the inheritance?
Really?
Yeah.
The one, you got a fax.
Oh, that was you, huh?
You guys suggested Falcon Northwest.
Yeah.
That was me.
Well, I got a few suggestions on how you can spend your money, Elizabeth.
Northwest for a video editing computer?
No.
She was just looking for the ultimate computer when she wrote in.
Oh, we can spend more money than that. Why didn't you? I mean, you know, we're talking 6, 7 figures.
I'll spend some of your money with
Marty
quickness.
Fly down. You know, $100 an hour. He'll build you a mad computer. I'm sorry, did I say 100? I meant 250.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, one more thing though, Elizabeth. What kind of hard drive you got in that machine?
20.
20 gigs?
Yeah.
That's going to be enough. You might want to buy a second hard drive now. They're cheap enough to do this. Just use that second hard drive as a dedicated hard drive just for your video editing. Because that stuff takes up a lot of space. Buy a fast one, at least 7,200 RPMs, and make sure it's at least 20 gigs, all right? Because really, it takes up a tremendous amount of space when you start, especially if you're going to do a lengthy video editing project.
Okay.
All right?
You can almost think is, at this point, play with the system you have, try a bunch of different software packages, figure out which one you like, and then once you've got a feel for it with the 1394 camera and the editing, I mean, you may turn around, you want to buy a G4 Mac, you want to buy, might want to buy a new system. Learn the software first, and then turn around and figure out what your massive dream system is going to be. Because you can spend as much money as you want to. Right now, learn on what you got.
Yeah, and thanks a lot for the call, Elizabeth. We'll send you our email addresses, and we'll see how much you really love us if that inheritance thing is true.
Oh, my.
Now, if you want to ask your question on the air like Elizabeth did, doesn't matter if you're rich or not, give us a call on the telephone. It's 888-989-7879, or send us a fax, 415-437-5869. And just look at that fax machine churning out those blue pages. Wow.
As always, you can chat with us at the new chat address, techtv.com/chat.
And if you're on a netcam and you want to ask your question on the air like Elizabeth, guess what? Every netcam call that we put on the show, I'm going to come right out and say it, you're going to get a free Screensavers t-shirt or cap. And to get on, and to get on the air with the netcam, what you need to do is go talk to our hosts in the netcam Cineplex, and let's check in on the posse.
That's right, you've got to get through us.
What's up, fellas?
How's it going?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, okay.
We still need a netcammer, so come on in.
Yep. There's the invitation. It's open. If you got a netcam, go talk to those folks right now.
I'll hook you up.
You will see your face on the TV within an hour.
So they're guaranteeing a netcam position.
Yeah.
Wow. Folks, get on there. Because you appear on the show via netcam. You also get the magnetic picture frame. Today our fridge picture features Keith and friends with the crocodile hunter in Australia.
Oh, the beautiful.
Beautiful. That's a beauty.
That's terrible. Terrible.
So scary.
And we need more pictures for the fridge. Just send them to the Screensavers at TechTV.com. Of course, you want to make fridge picture the subject line.
Because if you don't, they may show me in a kilt. After the break, has Scott Harriet finally lost his mind?
No.
Stick around. And who is currently the President of the United States?